sideline, but it didn't. And Cony will try again. They'll have it. Andy York mishandles it, but he picks it up and finally crosses midcourt with it to Shane Todd. Both coaches using 8 or 9 players extensively in this game. Down low, Lathrop has it stripped away from behind on a good play by Duplessis. Duplessis up to Whitney. Whitney has it knocked away, but right into the hands of Levesque. Back to Whitney, moves on Lathrop, lays it off the bottom of the rim, loose on the floor. We've got a whistle. And a foul is going to be called on Cony. Maybe Lathrop.
No, it's on 22. On Andy York.
Shot inside by Whitney. He couldn't get it to go, and then the ball was loose on the floor, and York reached in. Another good call, George. And this one.
My old eyes are hanging in here.
Shot is off the front of the rim by David Vino. Remember, Robbie Bosco, Ted Bosco, rather, is on the bench. Robbie Bosco was the Brigham Young quarterback, right? Ted Bosco's on the bench with 4 fouls for Stearns as the Minutemen cut the lead to 4 at 42-38. Half a minute gone in the fourth quarter. We've got a 2-on-1 break. Tardif to the hoop. It goes, and he's fouled.
Nothing much he could do with that. He went in with a player, tried to prevent the score. He was going to get the foul, but he also lost the hoop. Defenders victimized on this. Did a good job. He went in. He had to get in there, move in on him. It's unfortunate it dropped in.
Last guy in the place who knew it went in was probably Tardif. He missed the free throw. Right there to grab it, though, offensively is Lyko. He's tied up, and it'll be Stearns' ball. Stearns has really got to watch Lyko on those free throws. He's caused some problems rebounding offensively along the lane. Half-court pressure by Cony. Levesque at midcourt. He'll bring it over. Tries to draw the defense, but he doesn't. Trades passes with Duplessis. Levesque looking inside. Now he'll go on the left for Vino. Back out to Levesque. On the right, Whitney with room, and he gets it. Nice shot by Scott Whitney from the right side. And we're back to a 4-point game at 44-40. And again, Cony breaks the pressure. No fast break this time off it. York back out to Tardif. On the right, Todd looking for Lathrop. Broken up. Out with it quickly, Levesque. On the right side, the ball is kicked. He tried to make the pass ahead to Aaron Casey. Cony defender got his foot in there and broke up the play. Good defensive play, preventing the easy layup. And Stearns Minutemen will inbound under their own hoop. Whitney to make the pass. He finds Casey in the corner. Save off the steal, and a good play by York of Cony. And here come the Rams with it.
Cony shows some good quickness at times.
Levesque has a steal at midcourt. Great play by Levesque along the sideline. To the basket, he lays it up and in. The other way with it. The pass gets by Vino. Lyko to the hoop, and he's fouled by Duplessis.
Call that wipeout. Here comes a wipeout. Duplessis goes in and says, you may score, but I'm going to tear your arm off first. Goes in with him. Here I go. I got you. Hey, I got you. He's not going to argue that call. He's going to say, you're going to get your 2 off the line, buddy.
2 and only 2, and Lyko will be there with his team up by 2. 6:17 to go in the fourth quarter. Cony leading Stearns. 44-42. Big Rich Lyko. Around off the front of the rim and no good.
Say, at this moment, that's a pretty good foul. It's only his third. You're in a 1-and-1. Make him get it. He missed the first one. The worst thing that happens is you're going to get 1 point out of him instead of 2.
Winding down to what's going to be an exciting finish to this fourth quarter. Lyko's got the second one. They're up by 3, Cony is. 45-42. To the hoop the other way with it. Dished off by Casey, but we'll have a foul called on Cony, and I think it's Lyko.
Well, now that both teams are going at each other, they're attacking the basket. We're going to have a lot of fouls. The coach's big problem right now is keeping in control because they're emotional young men. This thing is getting down toward crunch time, and they're starting to drive at each other back and forth. The coaches are going to have to have judicious timeout.
Shot is good. A big free throw by Aaron Casey. He had a nice idea on that offensive play. He drew some defense and tried to dish it off, but the foul interrupted his pass. And he hits them both. Aaron Casey, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, cuts the lead to 1 at 45-44. Stearns chips away. Lathrop with it in backcourt, off to Tardif. Cross-court pass, kind of dangerous in front of your own basket, but Tardif got away with it. York back across to Tardif will have a foul on Casey. Half a step too late for the steal, and Casey will pick up the foul.
And Casey had the same thought you had. He said, oh my goodness, they're giving me a chance. I can steal, I can get 2. But he didn't quite do it.
We'll have a lot of free throws as this game finishes up. 6:03 to go in the fourth quarter. 45-44, the upset-minded Cony Rams up from Augusta, coached by Rusty Atwood. John Tardif on the free throw line. Shots off the front of the rim, no good. Whitney will pull it out of there, and Whitney travels. Mike Thurston calls the travel on the Stearns forward.
Not much doubt about it. He just simply forgot. Again, I'm pointing out the emotion of the game, the age of the players. Kind of mistake you expect.
Shot from the right side by Lyko off the rim. No good. Duplessis with the board. Out to Whitney. 3-on-2. Fast break. Whitney to the hoop. Missed the shot. Rebound cleared out by York of Cony. He loses control on the sideline. He stepped on the sideline as he went sliding out of bounds.
All right, not much finesse now. Taking the ball and racing for the paint. Just going right down there. I don't care who's there. I'm going to take it in. You're going to have to stop me. Made a nice little swivel move coming in, but they're not setting much up.
Inside, pass intended for Bosco is back in, broken up by Lathrop. He'll bring it out to York, and York didn't see much in terms of a fast break, so he'll pull it up. York gets it back on the right side. Inside to Lathrop. Turns on Bosco. Shots up. No good. Lyko with the tip. Missed it. Ball's loose in the lane. Lathrop had a hand on it, but Bosco comes out for Stearns. Ted Bosco over midcourt. Looking for Whitney. It's broken up. Out of bounds off Cony. Stearns ball on their baseline.
Stearns loves the transition. They're going to push that ball down there and see if they can put it in the air. Only a red uniform got in the way.
A deep rebound off a Cony shot is trouble for Cony. The further away from that basket Stearns gets that ball, the more dangerous they are. As an example of that, Bosco got it out at the free throw line, just took off. Duplessis from the left corner hits. Stearns is back on top by a point at 46-45. 5:10 to go in the fourth quarter. Up to midcourt. Shane Todd, he'll bring it over to Burns. Burns is checked back in. Off for Tardif. John Tardif will slow it down. Burns in the right corner looking at Lathrop. Can't connect. Back across to York. Move in the lane. He scores.
Pretty nice shot.
Andy York hits to put Cony back in the lead. On the other end, the shot is no good by Casey. And the Rams with a rebound.
You live by the jumper, you die by it. You're either going to make it or not. Stearns is just putting it up. The drops, they're in business.
York the other way, and actually that's Tardif going to the hoop, and Tardif will be fouled. Andy York doing a great job in this game off the bench. A nice move to the basket. Stayed in the air a while and laid it in softly off the rim. That was the basket that gave Cony the 47-46 lead. And now Tardif on the free throw line looking to extend that. Rolls around and falls in for John Tardif. And he'll have another one. Free throws could tell the tale at the end of this game. Second shot by Tardif, also good. Now Stearns with the ball, down by 3. Whitney over midcourt with it. Back out on top for Duplessis. Whitney on the left side with room, and it won't fall. Bosco, offensive board, he scores. And he's fouled.
Well, it's the perfect time for the hoop, a perfect time for the three-point play. The shot is missed. He comes trailing it in. He's in good position. He fades away in the lane. He gets belted as it goes in.
Shane Todd picks up his 4th foul. And he'll go to the bench. Lyko back in for Rusty Atwood.
Again, in crunch time, Stearns is used to this run-gun type affair. You got to look at legs and see who gets rubbery now. I don't think it'll be the Minutemen.
Bosco finishes the three-point play and ties the game at 49. Big three-point play by the junior center. On air steal in backcourt, but Lathrop has it. Nicholas gets it off quickly to Tardif, who breaks the press. Now Tardif will bring it back out. Over on the right, Burns had plenty of room, but passed the shot up. Tardif, Nicholas looking at Lathrop. Back to Tardif now. Lyko inside. They can't find him. In the corner with it. Nicholas, he'll take it. And no good. Rebounding action. We've got a foul on Cony.
That's an offense rebound foul. An elbow was thrown inadvertently.
Lyko will pick up the foul. Nicholas missed it from the right side. Lyko came in over the top with Duplessis, but fouled him first. We talked about this a moment ago, George. It seems so easy maybe to make a free throw, but can't imagine what it would be like standing there with all these people watching and having to do it. That's another story.
I think it affects each player a little differently.
I suppose it might even help some.
Some people thrive on it, sure. You always want the player that wants the ball. Give me that ball. The guy that doesn't want it, you don't want.
Duplessis made the first one, missed the second one, and Nicholas grabs the rebound for Cony. The 50-49 Stearns lead, 3:55 to go in the fourth quarter. The winner gets Waterville for the Eastern Maine Championship. A drive to the hoop. Tardif missed it. Lathrop with a board, lays it in.
He won't get many, but he'll have some critical ones.
2 fourth quarter baskets for Jamie Lathrop, and that big assist in the third quarter. 51-50, Cony on top by a slim point. Levesque with the ball, off on the left. Whitney down low, Bosco, Lathrop's on him. Bosco lays it up, no good. Lyko clears the board for Cony.
Forced the shot, did it all right with the last thing. Made the move perfectly, but forced it up flat and off the back.
Lyko in the corner, back up on top. Tardif looking inside, nothing going on. Nicholas will hold. Tardif on the left. Lathrop along the lane, he's fouled. That'll be on Duplessis.
Like another Waterville Bangor affair here.
Yeah, close game all the way. Going to Lathrop inside now. That's 2 times in a row and 3 times in just a couple of minutes. So Cony establishing that half-court game. Lathrop's first free throws of the game. The first one rolls off the front and in. That's a part of the game that Lathrop has had to work very hard at. The free throws are so important for a big guy. Obviously, they get fouled so much.
All big guys have that trouble.
Lathrop missed the second one. Rebound taken away by Nicholas. Whitney had a shot at it, but it was so low that it surprised Whitney, I think, and he kind of got caught flat-footed. Lyko with it. They'll swing it around in the corner. Nicholas goes inside. Lathrop lays it up strong. Missed it after his own rebound. Missed it again. Lathrop battling inside. Knocked away. Lyko's got it from the right. No good. And Duplessis comes out with it for Stearns. Up quickly to Casey. He loops it inside. Shot. Whitney off the break for 2. Makes it 52-52. Great pass by Casey and a great shot by Whitney, catching it in the air and scoring. 2:25 to go in the fourth quarter. Semi-final action. We're tied at 52. Can't ask for much more in a high school game than this one. Tardif knocks it down in the corner for Nicholas. Back out to Tardif. On the right, Lyko. Lyko holding it up high. Out deep, it goes to Nicholas. Burns, cross court. Lyko along the right side. Moves on Bosco. That'll be it for Ted Bosco.
That's a tough one. That's pretty tough. I think it was there, but it was one of those no-call calls that you could have had. It was awfully close. It was very light. It was a little bump. I guess it's there. You got to say it's there. You look at it on the instrument. Boy, it was close.
Contact was made, and he was kind of moving his feet a little bit.
He's up half. Got a timeout. Back in 30 seconds. Had 6 rebounds in the game.
Lyko breaks the tie for Cony. 53-52 now. The Rams up by a point. 2:04 to go in regulation time in this game. Lyko's second shot is around and out. No good. Burns with the offensive board. Up too strong. Lathrop's got it. He scores.
Got that big old tree in there. Hard to get over that big oak tree.
A reverse three-point play for the Cony Rams. They're up by 3, 55-52. They'll settle back in that zone. They'll make Stearns score from outside. Levesque will try it, and he'll miss it. Rebound taken by Casey. Puts a move on down low. Vino got it, and he scores.
They are lucky. He tried to pass. He tried to dribble the ball and lost it.
It bounced right up in the hands of David Vino. In the right spot at the right time, he cuts the Cony lead to 1 at 55-54. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter. Cardiff in backcourt. He'll be double teamed. Back across to Burns. Up in the middle now. Lathrop. He'll hold it up high. Cardiff on the left side. That's an indication that Jamie Lathrop has been coached well somewhere along the line. As soon as he got that ball, he picked it up over his head. Cony by 1. They've got the ball. Nicholas. Cardiff in the corner. Casey's knocked down. No foul. Burns on the right. Now we've got a foul on Jamie Lathrop.
No. It's going to go against Stearns, isn't it? Which way did they go? They go on Lathrop? Yeah, they pointed at him.
Jamie Lathrop will pick up a foul as players were establishing position. Lathrop trying to get in the spot to receive a pass.
The official ran over and pointed at the Stearns play. What he wanted to say was that you're the shooter. You're the shooter. All right, we're going to get a timeout. This thing is a long way to run with only 1:09 to go. We'll be back in 30 seconds. It's the X's and O's. You ever suppose the players, when they get down there and see that X's and O's, they remember when they go out there? Well, you try. Rusty Atwood working over the red uniforms of Cony. They've got a 55-54 at the other end. Tom Ledoux of the Minutemen. He says, okay, guys, this thing comes to the wire. Play it cool. You're going to the line. The big guy's got 4 on him. And here again, if you get into the OT, it's the 4th. There's a lot of things going right now. Take a drink of water. Cool down. Here we go.
And Bosco, remember, is already fouled out for Stearns. On the free throw line will be Peter Levesque, who was fouled by Jamie Lathrop.
Well, I always feel sorry for the kid in this position.
Levesque missed it. Lathrop has the board. Peter Levesque can't get the free throw to fall with 1:03 to go. Cony's got the ball and a 1-point lead. And we'll watch their strategy. A minute is an eternity in a 1-point game. Down low, they go to Lyko, turns in the paint, shot short. Lathrop's got it, knocked loose. Lyko off the glass, and good, and he's fouled.
The matchup underneath favors Cony. When they get it in down in the paint, there's no question who's getting the best of that. And they get that ball in there, and the matchup with that big 33 around in there, he's going to make things happen. He's going to move some people around. And Cony's game is in that paint.
Aaron Casey picked up the foul. Tom Ledoux wants a timeout. We'll take a timeout and return with more exciting fourth quarter action in 30 seconds.
Well, you see Cony in a red uniform on TV, so they get the ball down inside. And then that's where they can start banging. They missed the shot. Lathrop's in there. He's knocking the ball loose, gets it back to his own man, and it goes up. Again, Lathrop gets nothing in the scorebook. Nothing. What happened? He knocked some people around and got the ball loose.
51 seconds left.
That's the reason you and I weren't heroes. You're not 6'10" and weigh 260. That's the reason there's such a premium on the recruiting of big guys.
Worth their weight in gold to some coaches. Rick Lyko.
That's right. You went to Marvin Barnes School.
Went to Billy Donovan School.
All right.
Shots missed by Lyko, but the rebound picked up by York. A big offensive rebound by Cony. Stearns with a big chance there, and they couldn't come up with the ball. 41 seconds to go. The Minutemen down by 3. We've got the foul. Scott Whitney.
And you can't wait. You got to do it now.
That's right. Time is on Cony's side now with a three-point play.
Stop the clock. Make him put it up. As long as you don't get hit with that 2. You get hit with that big 2, that's the killer. But it's going to be the 1-and-1. And Cony's going to get Andy York up there.
York off the bench in this game has played very well. His shot is no good.
All right, now, Stearns is doing something here which got him in trouble. Vigneault is putting a foot in the lane and pulling it back out again. The official's not going to let him go. He's trying to draw him in. He's trying to bother the shooter. He took his left foot, put it in the paint, and then pulled it back out, and the official said that's 1-1 again.
He missed it again. Rebound, Casey. Up with it quickly to Levesque. 35 seconds to go. Levesque on the right side. In the lane, now back out to Whitney. Blocked by Lathrop. A huge block the other way with it. Tardif, he'll pull it up. Smart play by John Tardif. Burns, cross court. Goes to York. Back out to Burns. 19 seconds. Lathrop gets it in the middle. Back out in the corner now. York, we've got the foul.
Now remember the turning point of the ball game. When Lathrop came in off the bench, and he had been out with 3, that whole Cony team picked up. They've got their regulars in there, and he's making things happen. Again, Lathrop has 2, 4, 5.7, and look at the block he's going to make. A critical time in a ball game. Lathrop knocks it loose. He's doing things to make them win. He's big, a little on the slow side. He's not a quick player, but he takes up room, and the kids play confidently around him.
It was certainly effective, looking to make it a 5-point lead. He missed it. 59-54. 14 seconds to go. Casey will take it to the hoop. Off on the right, laid up and in by Duplessis. Timeout, Stearns. 9 seconds left. It's not over.
It's 58-56, I think. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be right back. May not be over. Cony's got a 58-56 lead in the ball in the backcourt with 9 seconds. Well, I'm sure they're going to try for the quick steal if you don't get a foul. So they've got a shot at it. 58-56, only a 2-point lead. And Cony will put Lathrop in the middle and try to lob the ball into him. And unless you've got a ladder, there's not much you can do to steal the ball that way. He'll go up somewhere in the middle there.
And he may try to get rid of it quickly before they foul him. Someone may run by him.
Famous predictions. I say they're going to throw it to Lathrop. They don't.
Knocked away in backcourt. Lathrop's got it. They don't foul yet. 3 seconds to go. It's thrown in the air. Smart move down the other way, and that'll do it. They didn't get the foul done. And Cony wins. They'll go on to play Waterville for the Eastern Maine Championship.
Well, you got to say that's high school basketball. They had to get the foul. They didn't get it. 58-56, Cony Waterville. It's going to be a wild one tomorrow night, my friend. That will be a war. We'll take a 2-minute break, and we'll be right back. Losers, the SBA, they lose an admission. It's going to be Nokomis Cony girls, and it's going to be Waterville Cony boys. Great matchups for the championships tomorrow night. And all I can say is the last one out of Augusta, turn out the lights. It is Waterville. For the 3rd time, they have lost to Cony 51-45 and 71-59.
Actually, they won, George. This is the Cony one.
That was the Cony one. Okay, they beat Cony.
Waterville's won twice.
Twice. The other way. 71-59, 51-45. And the 3rd time around is going to be the interesting matchup anyway. Alrighty, it is 46-42 in the rebound department with Cony on top. You would think it would be bigger than that, but remember, Lathrop was out of there for a very long time. So they get the 3rd matchup coming this Saturday night, tomorrow night. For our entire technical and broadcast crew, this is George here with Joe